Well, the last big time we had a real big movie year was 2012. The Dark Knight Rises, Skyfall, Django Unchained, Ted. Django Unchained, undoubtedly the best movie of 2012 in my opinion. It's a Quentin Tarantino movie. How can you not go wrong with Quentin Tarantino? 2013 was more of like Oscar nom movies, like more dramas I feel like were released in 2013. Other than Man of Steel, which sucked. I'm sorry, it sucked. You know, like 2013 movies like Rush, Prisoners, Wolf of Wall Street, American Hustle, Dallas Buyers Club. American Hustle may be a bit overrated and overhyped, but still a damn good movie. Plus, American Hustle had Jennifer Hotness in it. You can't go wrong with Jennifer Lawrence. She's fucking hot. Silver Linings Playbook, I'm just like, yeah, hello. Hunger Games, not so much, but American Hustle, you're just like, take me to bed with you. But 2015 is the year of movies. Everything is coming out next year. I'm telling you, it is gonna be like a riot at the box office. It's gonna be like when Vancouver lost to the Bruins in the Stanley Cup Finals in 2011. For example, you got Star Wars Episode 7, Bond 24, Avengers Age of Ultron, Terminator 5, which is gonna suck. I already know. It's a reboot. It's gonna suck. Mission Impossible 5, the Bourne Legacy sequel nobody cares about. Jurassic World, which is Jurassic Park 4, which is gonna suck too, because Jurassic Park 3 sucked. Mad Max 4, Mad Max Fury Road, I think it's Mad Max 4. It could be the reboot, don't quote me on that. But you see what I mean? Everything comes out next year, and all the good shit starts coming out in the spring. The only thing that looks good that's coming out earlier in the year is The Man from UNCLE, which is a Tom Cruise movie, and it's directed by Guy Ritchie. And I hope it's good. And the premise of it sounds good, because Guy Ritchie has failed to give me a Sherlock Holmes 3. And I've been waiting a few years for that, and we all know that we need a Sherlock Holmes 3 before Robert Downey Jr. turns 80 and can't do it anymore. And you see, Man of UNCLE comes out in January, and the track record for January and February movies, horrible. And 50 Shades of Grey, it's a February movie, which means it's gonna suck. And based on the trailer, it looks like the dumbest piece of shit that's ever gonna be released. Granted, I really shouldn't be able to say much because I never read the books, and quite frankly, I never want to. The thing I know about them is that they are smutty slut porn novels, and that this is going to be a smutty slut porn movie with no hot or somewhat attractive chick. And it's most likely going to be the #1 movie in America because it's released on Valentine's Day, so it makes it the perfect date movie. And here's going to be the most likely scenario. Every couple in America on Valentine's Day is going to go out to eat. After they're done eating, the guy is going to let the chick pick whatever she wants to do, and this is what she's going to say to him.
Oh my god, I want to go see 50 Shades of Grey. You have to take me. It's Valentine's Day. Movie's going to be so steamy, so sexy. The guy's so hot. I can't wait to see his hot body on screen. Oh my god, he is so adorable. He's so dreamy.
And then us poor guys are going to come up with the best reaction ever. And the girl is going to make fun of us and say that we're stupid, that we should take her to see this movie because it's Valentine's Day, but we have to sit through it. This is going to be us. Ready? Holy shit. Avengers comes out May 1st. I have to live with images of the 50 Shades of Grey movie in my mind for 2 whole months. Holy fuck. I'm going to kill somebody. Because like I said, it's going to be a smutty slut porn novel turned into a smutty slut porn movie. And it's going to be bad. Based on the trailer, it looks terrible. So let's actually get to start reviewing the trailer. I know I kind of held off, but I'm going to get down to business now and start to review the trailer. So the trailer starts off, we see Anastasia Steele, played by Dakota Johnson, staring straight ahead, and the camera's nowhere near her, it looks like, and she's just looking all stoic and creepy. She's literally making the facial expression that Kristen Stewart makes in every one of her movies. Kristen Stewart doesn't smile in any of her movies, and this is the facial expression she makes. Yep, the Kristen Stewart facial expression. It's now famous. Even when Kristen Stewart smiles, she looks like that. I'm pretty sure that this chick, I hope she doesn't look like that throughout the whole movie. If I ever see this movie, I hope she doesn't. I have no plans to see this movie. But if I ever do, in the unlikely circumstance that I have to watch this movie or I am forced to watch this movie, the whole time I'm just going to be thinking, this is Kristen Stewart's drug-addicted twin. Like, they look the same, they sound the same, they make the same facial expressions. Yeah, she's on drugs, big time. So then the trailer progresses, we actually see her like walking. She walks into a big-ass corporate office building owned by Christian Grey, and I gotta say, he is the biggest douchebag. He owns this company, it's in a big-ass corporate office building, but yet he has no fucking security guards. He's a douchebag to security guards. He doesn't hire them. She just walked right into the building. Like, if there was security, they need some dumb... They're, like, dumb. They need training. Like, she just walks right past them. I mean, if they were in the trailer, like, she just walks right past them. They don't even ask her, hey, you here to see Christian Grey? ID, please. Like, that's what security guards should do. There was none of that. So, yeah, if there were security guards in this trailer, they need big-ass training big time. If not, Christian Grey is just a douchebag to security guards. He doesn't hire security guards. You're a douchebag to security guards, Mr. Grey. So then she goes up the stairs. She's, like, sitting in the waiting room. The secretary's like, Mr. Grey will be right along. You know, he'll see you in a minute. And then you get a brief glimpse of his office and him staring out the window. And I gotta say, his office looks shitty. And by shitty, I mean shitty as hell. It looks like every other office in every other movie ever made that had an office. That's how shitty it looks. I'm like, yeah, nice job on the creativity, producers. Like, it just looks like, it literally looks like The Office from Dallas Buyers Club. Like, if Dallas Buyers Club had an office like this, like, if it was a big corporate office, I bet it would look like this. And it would look a lot better. It wouldn't look so, like, dreary and dreadful. And you wouldn't have, like, this guy just staring at his window waiting for the raindrops to stop. So when Christian Grey invites her in and they start talking and she's like, oh, yeah, such way. And then Christian Grey, who's played by Jamie Dornan, who actually replaced Charlie Hunnam in this movie. Charlie Hunnam was the guy from Sons of Anarchy, you know, that badass guy. And then he was also in Pacific Rim and Green Street Hooligans. Yeah, he gets replaced by Jamie Dornan, which, in my interpretation, like, that's a feminine name. I don't have so much of a problem with his first name being Jamie, but his last name is Dornan, which kind of, like, Jamie Dornan together kind of sounds feminine. So I'm thinking, right now I'm just thinking to myself, alright, this movie is just going to be girl-on-girl sex action the whole movie. So all that's in, like, the first 30 seconds of the trailer, and then, like, the next, like, minute is, like, a montage of them making out in, like, every possible place on the, like, whether this takes place in LA, Chicago, I don't know. Every possible place in the city they are making out for, like, a full minute. It's just a montage. And it's like, yeah, you're looking at this montage, you're like, this montage sucks. And you're like, you know what else sucks? That montage in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, that love montage with George Lazenby and Diana Rigg, when George Lazenby played James Bond for one movie, and there was a love montage. But you're like, you're thinking back to that, like, that's the first thing that came to my mind, because I was like, I don't know any other movie, really, that has a love montage other than James Bond. And it was just like, it came back to me, I was like, there's a love montage in a Bond movie when it's the only Bond movie that has a love montage, but it's done so bad. But that's 1969. This is 2014. It's like, why do you need a love montage in a movie? Anywho, the catch is, it's a love montage for a full minute. And I can just see any guy who's watching this trailer on YouTube or on IMDb or whatever the hell website they're on right now, just looking at it and going, yeah, I can see why every girl wants to see this movie. Then the next minute of the trailer comes, and my gut reaction when I saw the trailer for the first time, I watched the trailer twice because I had to do this review, so I watched it again before I did this review. But the first time I watched the trailer, this is what my reaction was. Holy fuck, what the fuck is going on in this movie? Quote unquote. Yeah, thinking about it now, I'm just like, holy shit, this is kinky. It's cheesy kinky, and it's disturbing as all hell. And it made me think, alright, this is just a parody of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. But here's the difference between The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo and 50 Shades of Grey. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is actually a good movie, not a pleasant sight to watch by any means, because there are like crazy sex scenes, there are disturbing like sex acts, there are rapes in the movie. Like there's literally a scene where she's like forced to have sex, like she gets raped in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. 50 Shades of Grey, this is them. They just all sat in a waiting room and they're like, okay, let's all watch The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Let's strip that down to its bare essentials, make it even more kinky, and create 50 Shades of Grey. Like, there's literally a scene in the trailer of this movie where she has her hands tied to a bed and she's naked and it looks like she's about to get, like, whipped or something by Christian Grey. I'm thinking to myself, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo was disturbing as all shit with all the rapes and the sex scenes, but this is a little thing I like to call overboard. And back to the whole parody of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo thing. Like I said, it's a parody of it. It looks like a parody of it. I mean, minus Daniel Craig, minus Christopher Plummer, minus Stellan Skarsgård, minus Rooney Mara, minus the whole murder mystery story. You know what you end up with? A cheesy, kinky sex porno that's going to be released to theaters that nobody gives a shit about. Yeah, it's like The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo had the balls to show us all those sex scenes, but it doesn't do it for the audience pleasure like this movie probably will do. This is literally going to appeal to like 13-year-old girls looking to get laid. I swear to God, every 13-year-old girl is going to go into this movie and then next day she'll be pregnant. And I gotta say too, it's just like, why Dakota Johnson? Like, she is not attractive. As I said before, she looks like Kristen Stewart's drug-addicted twin. She is not attractive at all. She has blonde hair in real life, and I heard what this movie was and what these books were. So I was like, okay, a movie about sex. Like, they gotta cast somebody hot, like Scarlett Johansson or Natalie Portman or Emma Watson or like I'll take Eva Mendes, even though she's like 50 years old. Like, this chick has blonde hair in real life, and then they gave her black hair in this movie. And looking at her with blonde hair, I was like, you're fugly. And then, like I said, they gave her black hair in this movie. I was like, you're a little more attractive. You're not hot, though. You're in a movie about sex. You're in a porn released to theaters. You're not hot. If I were Christian Grey, I wouldn't have sex with her. I'd be like, dude, you're fugly. Get the hell out of my office. Like, she is not attractive at all. Like I said, Scarlett Johansson would have been my dream role for this. If Scarlett Johansson was in this movie, I would see it just for the sake of seeing Scarlett Johansson. But, or I shouldn't say just Scarlett Johansson, but somebody who's hot and attractive and can act in a sexy type of manner. And who wouldn't mind doing a porn movie released at theaters? But no, we didn't get that. So have you seen the 50 Shades of Grey trailer? If you're a guy, I feel bad that you had to sit through all that pain like I did twice. If you're a girl, you're probably going bananas right now. Is it a movie that interests you, or a movie that you will most likely see in the theaters just for all that sex shenanigans? If so, give me a yes or a no in the comments section and leave me a reason why you want to see the movie. I'm curious just to know why you want to see movies. And if you would like to see more reviews from me about movies, music, video games, and TV shows, hit the subscribe button after I'm done talking and stop annoying you, because you know you should. America!